What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we are going to address what Bernie Sanders is saying, and again, he is back at it. He is back at it, and he's demanding more for the American people. So people on Medicare, senior citizens, there is going to be a big push from Senator Bernie Sanders to get dental, vision, and hearing included into Medicare. We also know President Biden addressed the lockdowns that we potentially see that other countries are currently expected to do very soon. Some are already doing this. We have a debt ceiling update, and obviously I want to get to the stimulus package as well. So got a lot of stuff to discuss because the Senate was back in Washington today. They are off of their Thanksgiving recess from last week. They will have a 2-week work period, and then they will potentially go on recess again come December 10th. So let's address what's going on as of right now. Again, just want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for continuing hitting that like button and also providing comments and questions down in the comment section. I always turn to those comments so that I know what you guys want to know more about, and I address that in the upcoming video. So thank you guys for always doing that. Now let's get into the update. First, reports today say that the Senate committees are working to try to figure out what is going to be in the Build Back Better Act and how do they move forward. They're going to determine what they want to remove and what currently has all 50 Senate Democrats' support. Those things will stay. But here's where things get very interesting. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says they're going to get this passed before Christmas. Now, for all of us, Christmas comes on December 25th. Christmas Eve, December 24th. However, for the Senate, Christmas is a little bit different because technically the Christmas break starts on December 10th. So, is it that Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer wants to pass this bill before December 10th? Because if he does, well, that is, that is next Friday. So he has like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. 11 days to get that done before next Friday. I doubt it happens. So my guess is he is looking at Christmas Day as the actual timeline. However, according to Senator Joe Manchin, he says he is not committed to a Christmas timetable. He also goes on to say, and I quote, "We will wait and see what we have." But he is specifically referring to what these committees are supposed to be working on as of right now. However, what I can tell you is that some senators are on board with Senator Joe Manchin. Some are on board with Senator Bernie Sanders, and others are just trying to figure out what is going to be there, and they will support it no matter what. And then you got Republicans that say, we're not going to vote for this bill no matter what. So we'll see what happens there. Now, here's what I can tell you. Right now, the previous bills, okay, just to give you an idea. In the previous bills, every single time, Senator Joe Manchin has always done one thing. He's waited until the bill was pretty much set. They're about to vote on the bill, and then he comes out and says, whoa, 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 I don't like that. Or he comes out and says, no, we cannot do that. This is what I want. Remember the American Rescue Plan? Guess what happened? Senator Joe Manchin, he didn't write this bill, but he stepped in at the very last moment and made changes. Do you know why the $1.2 trillion bipartisan bill didn't have Joe Manchin coming in at the end? It's because he helped write the bill. He was one of the senators that helped craft the bill in the initial stages. So of course it was what he wanted. Now, I bring this up because, and again, even though Senator Joe Manchin has come out already and said he doesn't like this and that, I just want you to understand that these are just simple asks. What's going to happen, the expectation according to multiple experts, Senator Joe Manchin will come in at the end, right before votes happen, and he will demand big changes and multiple changes as well. So we'll see what happens, but I personally predict we're going to see changes very soon if this bill is even going to pass in 2021. But here's where the other side is coming in. Senator Bernie Sanders is saying that how can we support $1.75 trillion or not support it, but yet we're passing almost $800 billion for the National Defense Authorization Act, for the Pentagon's budget. What Bernie Sanders says today is that he really urges the government to actually look into the defense budget before it is passed, and let's lower it. Today, the bill was actually blocked, and this was a procedural vote, but this was blocked by the GOP, it was technically blocked by the GOP. However, there were not enough Democrats even there to pass the bill. This procedural vote received 45 yeses and 51 noes. The only one yes from the Republican side was Senator Susan Collins. Outside of that, no other Republican voted yes. And this bill must receive 60 votes in the Senate in order for it to pass. So, we're going to see what happens, but as of right now, they got a long ways to go. Here's something else we do know. We know that the cost of the Pentagon's budget is going to be about $8.3 trillion over the next 10 years. And lawmakers are saying that the bipartisan infrastructure bill was only $1.2 trillion, which $550 billion was new money. And then we got the human infrastructure bill, which is going to be $1.75 trillion. We had the American Rescue Plan, which was $1.9 trillion. All those things added up are not even close to what the Pentagon's budget is going to be for the next 10 years. So, senators say that we need to see adjustments, and Senator Bernie Sanders says he's tired of seeing the Pentagon get any amount of money in which it asks for, yet the American people are struggling and I keep getting cut short on every single provision. Case in point, take Medicare for example. Currently, hearing is included into the expansion. However, Senator Bernie Sanders said today on Twitter that he is going to stop at nothing. He will do everything in his power to include dental and vision as well. Now, although I like Senator Bernie Sanders, let me just come out and say this is my issue with Senator Bernie Sanders. I like him. However, he does fold to pressure a little too easily in the Senate. Now, I understand he's the only progressive, okay? And I understand he wants to stand his ground, but, and here's the thing, Senator Bernie Sanders has a bunch of stuff he's fighting for, right? There's paid family leave, there's Medicare, the child tax credit payments. There's a lot of things in this bill that he really likes. Child care, tax credits, a lot of good things for children and families. However, if he decides to vote no on the bill, the paid family leave, child tax credits, the child care payments, the child care 7% that families would pay to child care, the child care tax credits, the child payments, right? All these things. These are on hold because he said no. One senator says no. So even though I like Senator Bernie Sanders, my one issue that I have with him is he doesn't fight hard enough or for long enough. Again, we have until the end of the year in order to get this passed, in order for the child tax credit payments, in order for them to be resumed in 2022. So if he votes yes on the bill, but yet we don't get the additional expansion of Medicare, I don't know if he was really fighting hard enough for that. So that's my only one real issue with Senator Bernie Sanders. Other than that, I like the guy. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Because we have seen Senator Bernie Sanders fold to pressure within the Senate before. So this isn't going to be a first time thing. But again, I just want to get your take on it because maybe I'm looking at this from the wrong direction. And I just want to get another perspective, another set of eyes on this as well. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But here's what I do want to address today. And this is insane, okay? I don't know if insanity is what we'd call this. But let me just address this, okay? I want to address the debt ceiling increase. And here's what we know. According to Tony Rahm in the Washington Post, they are saying that Democrats are hoping that the soft X date, which is currently December 15th, they're hoping that isn't accurate. Let me explain. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has said that she is fairly confident that the U.S. could pay all their debts at least up until December 15th. But Democrats also are not planning on using a budget reconciliation on this bill, especially not in 2021, because they want to use the budget reconciliation on the $1.75 trillion infrastructure bill. So, if this is going to pass without Republicans, which according to reports, is the only hope Democrats have, then it must make it to 2022, because the only plan as of right now is to make sure they can use a budget reconciliation on this. Well, here's where things get very interesting. According to Tony Rahm, he says that Democrats are just hoping. They're hoping and praying that their Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, her math was off by at least 2 weeks. Okay, so here's where I have an issue with this. I don't care if you are a Republican or a Democrat or anywhere in between. It doesn't matter. For you to, your best plan is to hope that your Treasury Secretary, again, it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or Democrat, you have the same one. We have the same one. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. She is our Treasury Secretary. The best plan is to hope that her math is wrong? I thought this was insane. Okay? And the goal between her math being wrong is simply to buy time. Buy time, get us to 2022, and then we could potentially pass another budget reconciliation and use it on the debt ceiling increase. How insane is this? Like, honestly, I couldn't even think of this. If I was trying to make this up, I couldn't even think of this. Okay, so that's what's insane to me. Go on to Twitter. Go on to Twitter and go to Tony Rahm. It's ROMM. Now, and this is coming from the Washington Post. I thought this was insane. And let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, because Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has said we would be in a full-blown recession if we breach our debt ceiling. Okay, well, we are approaching that very, very soon. And it's not looking like anybody has an answer. But again, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Now, let's address the Omicron variant. Today, President Biden, he said that sooner or later, we are going to see the cases of the Omicron variant here within the United States. He knows this, but he also went on to say that this is a cause for concern, not a cause for panic. But multiple health experts believe that the current COVID vaccine and booster shots that we are getting, these will be more than enough to fight this off. Here's what we did hear from President Biden today, though. He went on to say, and I quote, "We're going to fight COVID this winter, not with shutdowns or lockdowns, but with more widespread vaccinations, boosters, testing, and more." So here's what I just want to say. President Biden says we are not going to shut down or lock down. And I want to address this for a second because of this one thing. What I can tell you is that even though President Biden says we won't shut down or lock down, even though he says that, it doesn't mean a city, okay, maybe on the federal level we won't shut down, but could a city, could a state potentially shut things down? Yes. For example, California, let's say they just have a surge in cases, or in this case, New York is getting that additional surge. If, let's say, New York is seeing this huge spike in cases and hospitals are overloaded, they just have too much of a burden, what's going to happen is these governors are going to shut things down. You could see restaurants and bars shut down, movie theaters and gyms shut down, right? You could see this. It's happened before, it can happen again. Even though President Biden is saying we will not shut down, there will be no lockdowns. Now, I personally believe we will not go that direction. We will not go towards a shutdown or lockdown. If COVID cases stay fairly level, or we see small spikes, but if we see large spikes and our vaccination rate is not increasing, I could potentially see governors say, we're going to shut down again. We are going to protect our states. We're going to protect our hospitals. We're going to make sure everybody is somewhat safe. So keep that in mind. Even though President Biden has said no shutdowns or no lockdowns, that could still happen on a state level. Keep that in mind. But speaking of President Biden, here's something that we do know today. Vaccine mandates were actually blocked by judges today in 10 different states. And these states include Alaska, Arkansas, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, New Hampshire, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming. So, if you are wondering, do you need to go get a vaccine? Well, the answer as of right now is no. You don't have to. The vaccine mandate has been blocked by in many cases. So we're going to see what happens with this. Many of these judges are saying that it is not lawful for the federal government to step in and mandate this. So we'll see what happens. But honestly, as I know more, I promise I'll bring back all the latest news and updates. Again, we are getting updates quite a bit lately because of all the stuff that's coming out. So make sure you guys do me a favor, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. And do yourself a favor, make sure you are subscribed to this channel so that you can stay up to date on everything that's currently going on. So again, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.